friend, it's Kai. How's it going? Today we are going to be doing a quick shoulder series that is perfect for opening up your chest, stabilizing your shoulders, and helping your arms just feel really good. So also help with your posture. So to begin, we are going to find a seated position. You could do this sitting on the mat like I am and even put like a pillow underneath your hips, or you could sit in a chair for this first part. Okay. So we're gonna start just shifting our ribs side to side, breathing in, good. Letting those ribs really just start to open up, good. And then you're gonna press the ribs forward, to the side, back and around. So we're making some little rib circles here, good. And just start breathing comfortably as you're going along, breathing in and breathing out at your own pace, but trying to have a little slower breath than usual. And then we're gonna come back and reverse the circle. Good. Just letting those shoulders, just noticing how it all feels. Fabulous. Okay. So now we're going to come back and find that place where our ribs are directly over our pelvis and then our head is directly over our ribs. So we've got a nice vertical axis through our spine and our head. And then we're just going to start, place our hands on our shoulders, and we're going to start making some shoulder circles here. Just one at a time. And you can allow your ribs to start to move a little bit with the shoulders as you're doing this. Okay, good. And then you're going to do both together. Good. And just noticing how this is feeling as you're circling around the arm bones in the shoulder socket here. Fabulous. Good. And then reverse the circle. Good. Still breathing. Nice and slow. Fabulous. Now let the arms come down and just place your hands on your thighs and just lift the shoulders up and then let the shoulders soften down as if your neck was emerging, lengthening long like a turtle. And you're going to breathe in and then exhale, the turtle floats out of his shell. Good. And then start allowing the shoulders to make little circles now. So as you lift them up, the shoulder blades are going to come back down and around. So this is a different movement than what we were just doing. Before we were circling the arm, and now we're circling the shoulder blades. Good. And just letting them glide on that rib cage that we just loosened up. And then reverse the circle. Good. Breathing and rotating. And then we're gonna finish going back 3 more times. And these are excellent things to do throughout your day, just to help loosen up and stay mobile through your shoulder joints. And then we're gonna take the whole arm up and around and just really let it reach back behind you, and you're gonna follow it with your gaze. Breathing in and take a twist to rotate around. Beautiful. Well done. Keep breathing. Good. Now from here, we're going to take hands together. We're going to clasp them together and then flip the palms up towards the ceiling. And you're going to breathe in, let those shoulders slide up again. And then exhale, draw the shoulders with a little more energy down the back. Breathing in. And then exhale, drawing down. Good. Now you're going to round your back away as you bring the hands forward. And I'm making a nice little C curve here, nodding the chin. And then I'm going to flip those palms again and lengthen the chest up. Good. And then exhale, rounding. And then inhale, floating up. Now let your hands open out to the side as the chest stays open, and then you're gonna pull the arms together, rounding the back again, and then opening up. Good. Really feeling the width across the front of the body here, and then across the back body as we round. And inhale. Fabulous. And float down. Good. Now we're going to stabilize our shoulder joints just a little bit, particularly the glenohumeral joint where your arm and your shoulder blade meet. And you're going to bring your hands, make fists with your hands, and they're pointing straight ahead of you. And you're going to pull your elbows in by your side. And then you're just going to rotate the hands out and then bring them to touch. And slowly open and bring them to touch. So we're warming up our part of our rotator cuff here, the external rotators. Fabulous. Good. And by squeezing our elbows in, we're kind of limiting the range of motion and helping us access some of those deeper shoulder muscles is what we're working here. Good. Exhaling. Checking in with yourself, making sure the spine is nice and long. Good. And you don't even need resistance here. Just start to feel this getting nice and warm. But if you had a light TheraBand, you could also choose to do this, holding onto a TheraBand and pulling the TheraBand apart. Good. And exhale. Beautiful. And we're going to do 4 more. But the more you imagine that you're moving through heavy air, or like you're moving through molasses, you will get plenty of work. Good. Shake it out. Now we're going to come over onto all fours. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and we're going to start by taking a little sternum drop here. So you're going to let your shoulder blades slide together, your chest is going to lower towards the ground, and then you're going to push the ground away from you as your shoulder blades widen and protract. So they slide together, breathe in, exhale, push wide. So we're really focusing on pushing through our little finger side of the hand and then floating together. Exhale, widen. Good. Inhale, slide together. Exhale, widen. Fabulous. Now we're going to hold that position. Hold that width across the back. You're in a neutral spine here. You're going to breathe into the ribs. Exhale, deepen those abdominals. Try to keep everything steady and just float one little paw up and then lower down. Breathe in and exhale. Deepening those abdominals, lowering down. Good. So the trick here is to stay as quiet and stable through the shoulder blades across your back. It's much easier said than done. Good. Beautiful. One more on each side. And last one. Fabulous. From there, we're now going to stretch opposite arm and leg out, and we're going to float the arm and leg up, and then you're going to round the back and pull your knee towards your elbow, and then lengthen it back out to a nice long spine. And exhale, touch, and you're still focusing on the standing hand. So I'm still pushing the ground away even more as I round my back, and then still lengthening out as I come long. And one more round, and lengthen out. Fabulous. And lower down. Good. And stretch opposite arm and leg out. They hover up, and then we pull elbow to knee, rounding the spine, and then lengthen it out. Good. Pull elbow to knee, and rounding out, lengthen long. Keep pushing the ground away from you through that standing arm and the standing leg. Good. So you're trying not to lose any space here. And lengthen out and lower down. Fabulous. Okay, so now we're going to take some push-ups, keeping ourselves in an all-fours position so we can really focus on what our shoulder blades are doing. So check in with yourself and maybe lift those bottom ribs just a little bit. Breathe into the back, shoulder blades are wide, and then try to maintain that as you just lower down and press back up. We're going to send those elbows straight back. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. So this is all about stability through those shoulder blades right now. We're going to do 2 more. Good. And last one. You could do these against a wall if you're not feeling stable here. And then you're just going to lengthen back. Take a nice little child's pose here. Breathe. And then shake out the hands. Good. Walk the hands over to one side. Breathing in. And rest. And then walk the hands to the other side. Breathe in. Fabulous. Roll up. Do some little wrist circles now. Good. And just check in and see how your upper body's feeling before we do our last kind of chest opening, strengthening exercise. So you're going to come around and we're going to basically lengthen ourselves long here. So my hands are going to point out to the side, which is kind of the most neutral position for the shoulders and the wrists, but you could choose to have your hands all the way behind you. That will put a little more pressure through the shoulders. Okay, so our legs are going to be long, knees are bent, feet are out in front of you a little more than like your roll downs position, so there's a bit of space there. And you're just going to glide those hips up into a nice little table position, focusing on pressing the ground away from you and keeping the chest high. And then you're just going to tap the booty down. Breathe in. Exhale, lifting up. Good. So trying to feel nice and open across the chest the whole time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Well done. Okay, hopefully we're feeling really strong and open and release through the shoulders. This is a really great sequence to do before arm work to keep those shoulders in a nice, proper alignment. Okay, friends, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.